Hello everyone, and peace of the Lord to all of you. I hope my voice is coming good and clear. Please invite your friends. And today our topic is about destiny. You know, when you speak to Muhammadans about destiny in their religion, they try to make it about Allah knowing. Like right away they try to dodge the question and they make it about Allah knowing. This is destiny have nothing to do with you knowing or not. Destiny is about you decide for someone what to do. Now some they will say to you, well, the word destiny is mentioned in the New Testament and in the Old Testament. That will not change anything. We have tons of verses in the Bible that says clearly that you harvest what you seed. You harvest what you seed. So when the Bible speaks about destiny, destiny in the Bible is in certain things. As an example, if you do this, you go there. As an example, if you don't accept Jesus, you go to hell. That is something you cannot change. But you can change where to go, because you can go with Jesus. There's two options only. So this is the only destiny we believe in. So either you are with God or against God. But in Islam, the story is different. When you ask a Muslim about what is destiny, right away he will try to make it, okay, you know what, Allah, He knew what will happen tomorrow. But we know that first of all, Allah do not know what will happen tomorrow. Allah in fact do not know what will happen today or what happened yesterday. This is why Muhammad, he got all his information wrong. As an example, the sun set in murky water. There's a guy, his name is Zulqarnain. He went all the way, he found Gog and Magog, and he built a dam between him and them, which nobody can find such a dam, and it's a stupid idea even to say so, because you build a dam between us and them, they can go around the dam, you know, especially they are very aggressive creatures. They can climb mountains, they can. So Islam is a very stupid religion, and claiming that Allah knows is just a stupid claim. Allah do not even know how the baby is made. Allah, he think that hail is coming from mountains in heaven. Allah, he think that sperm became a blood. So we are talking about things happening every day, not things will happen in the future. So if you do not know what happened every day and what happened before, how you will know tomorrow? So what is destiny? Always the Muhammadan, if you try to ask them the question, they will give you an answer which is not an answer, like Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik, they ask him the question. A Muslim, he asked him a question. You know those funny program TV, which nobody is asking the question anyway. I think they fabricate the question and make a program about the question. So here in this video, Zakurani Yuka, they ask him about destiny. And Zakir Naik, he will give you the answer.
Everything is destined by Allah, and if I commit any sin, then who is to blame? If I am destined to commit a murder, and then I commit a murder, but naturally I will not be responsible for it. It is Allah who has destined it. Therefore, He will be responsible. Then why should I be punished for this?
As far as the question of this qadr is concerned, it's a common question asked by Muslims as well as non-Muslim about the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it's difficult to understand. I'd like to give an example for people to know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ilm ghaib, has knowledge of the unseen.
As the word he said in Arabic, I will never understand what he said in the coming 10th century. I have no idea what he just said. Supposedly he's saying an Arabic word now.
He has knowledge of the future. I'll give you an example, that if in a classroom there is a teacher who teaches the students, after 1 year has passed, before the examination, the teacher predicts that this child, he will come first class first. This child, he will get a second class. This child, C, he will fail. And once the examination takes place, and when the results are out, student A gets the first class first, student B, he gets a second class, student C, he fails. Now the question I would like to ask is that just because the teacher predicted that the student C would fail, can the student C blame the teacher saying that because the teacher predicted that I will fail, I have failed? But natural answer is no. The teacher predicted the student A will get a first class first because he knew that the student was studious and he was intelligent. Student B, he was an average student. Student C, he used to play hooky. He used to bunk school. He never used to study, never used to do the homework. So based on that, the teacher predicted that student C would fail. But student C cannot blame the teacher because the teacher predicted I will fail, therefore I failed. The student himself is responsible. Similarly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ilm-e-ghaib. For example, when a human being comes at a crossroad, there are 5 roads from which he can choose. Road 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has the free will, he can choose any. He chooses road 3. And that's already mentioned in the destiny that he will choose road 3. It is not because Allah has mentioned he will choose road 3 that he has chosen road 3. It is.
See how they lie? And this is what we will do today. We will get them busted. He claimed that, well, Allah, he knew what he would choose, so he wrote it there. But that will not be destiny. That will not be destiny. Destiny is something totally different. Destiny is you decide for somebody. I mean, the word destiny itself is clear. So, especially in Arabic, you know, قدر الشيء, which mean he measured it. And now we will play for you other Muslim. And you will see the other Muslim, he will say the opposite. Are we talking about the same religion? Or we have different religion? Let us see. This is not about knowing which Allah predicting here. What a bunch of liars.
In his question, if all is predestined, why do anything? Very short question that requires a lecture. Predestiny is one of the 6 pillars of Iman, of faith, that no Muslim can be a Muslim without believing in them. So the last 6th pillar of it all is to believe in predestiny, to believe in what Allah had ordained.
Did you hear the word ordained? People, did you hear the word ordained? What ordained mean? So do you see how Muhammad Zakura Niyuka say something and Muhammad Asim Al-Hakim say the opposite? Every one of them, the bint, he speak to who? If one is teaching about Islam, he will say it as it is. If one is teaching or let's say trying to refute argument, he fabricate answers. Muslims, they try to lie always in order to win the argument. When you say ordained, it means it's already written for you to do it. This is not about God knowing. And just to make it more clear, this is Mufti Mink.
So you have to come onto earth. The fact that Allah knows it and the fact that Allah has written it does not make you a person who should now give up, because if that was the case, then obviously you would be the fool.
Well, listen carefully how he will contradict himself in 2 seconds. He said, you should not give up. But the Quran and the Hadith saying nobody can change the destiny of Allah. Give up in what?
A man came at the time.
Now listen carefully. He just said you should not give up. Did he just say you should not give up? Even if it's predestiny? A man, he came to the caliphate. And what happened here? What happened to this man?
A man came at the time of Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu. According to one of the narrations, he needed to be punished because he stole. So he comes to Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu and he uses the same line. He says, "Oh Umar, oh Amirul Mu'mineen, how can you punish me for having stolen when it was predestined? My deeds were already written by Allah."
So now do we understand what the predestined mean? The Sheikh, by the way, here he agree. The guy is asking, he's a Muslim, he's asking the caliphate, who is the leader of the gang, why am I going to be punished if Allah made me a thief? Because we believe in the predestiny. Allah decide who will be a thief, who will be a rapist, who will be you know, whatever. So why, I mean, what is the point of punishing me if I did not even choose to be or not to be? And you will see here, Mufti Menki agree. He says this is a good argument if you think about it.
Stolen when it was predestined, my deeds were already written by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now that's quite a good argument if you were to look at it.
See, this is a quite good argument if you want to look at it. He didn't say this is a false argument. Do you understand? If this is a wrong understanding, he will say, well, this is a false argument if you want to look at it. No, he did not say it's false. He says, this is a good argument if you want to look at it. Good argument. And now what will happen? So as long as it's a good argument, still the question is valid. Why I will be punished for a sin I did not choose to do?
Written by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now that's quite a good argument if you were to look at it. Stolen when it was predestined, my deeds were already written by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now that's quite a good argument if you were to look at it. Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu was one ahead of this man. He says, well, let's punish this man because it was predestined that we were going to punish him as well.
See, even the answer of Umar, which is not fair, it's a predestiny from Allah. So the whole conversation there, supposedly, it is a destiny. Allah decides, like now I'm talking, Allah told me or forced me to say what I'm saying. This is Islam. So the guy, he have a good argument saying, why for the sake of the shin of Allah, I will be punished if it's a destiny. The caliphate supposedly he is outsmarting him. He says, you know what? It's predestiny for me to punish you. So either way, it's a predestiny. The thief, what he did by stealing, he is predestined to be a thief. The caliphate, he predestined to punish him. Nothing in the earth here happened according to Muslims, except it's a predestiny. What about choosing faith? Are you a Muslim because you choose faith according to Islam? No. Are you Christian because you choose faith according to Islam? No. Or atheist or whatever. It's a predestiny. And we will have tons of proofs about that. I will open my Skype in case there is some Muhammadan would like to join us. And you will see how the Muslim right away they start fabricate answers based on Allah knows. This is not about Allah knows. Allah is not a news station. Otherwise you are using the word destiny wrong. If you are a Muslim, you would like to join us, feel free. All right. I'm just reading comments in Skype. I don't see any Muslims. All right. If you are a Muslim, you would like to join us, feel free. If we go in the funny Quran, you will find the Quran saying tons of things which is contradicting the Quran. Chapter 76, verse number 30, chapter 81, verse number 29. And by the way, in the Quran, you will notice that the Quran is a book repeat, like non-stop. Like, if you search one sentence, you might find the whole sentence in tons of verses. So what it says here? but ye will not except as Allah wills. You will not have any will except what Allah will. And this is Yusuf Ali translation, which I don't know. According to Yasir Qadi, this guy don't speak Arabic. But anyway, I think all of them don't speak Arabic, including Muhammad. But you cannot will unless Allah wills. So if you will convert to Christianity, you cannot convert to Christianity unless Allah make that will before you. Are you with me? You cannot will. This is the same guy, you know, the same guy who says, I don't know. Google no. I have no idea. Shall I take him? Let us give him a chance. Maybe he grew up since yesterday. He said the F word to me in the chat last time. My friend, what testimony? Somebody told you I grew in the desert and I became a monk. What testimony? He's not answering. For the person who's asking about my testimony, what testimony, I will tell you about it. What exactly you want? Like somebody told you I'm a priest, or somebody told you I am a saint. What exactly you want? Like they keep repeating, can you tell us your testimony? What? Somebody told you like I'm the best man between men, and you want to hear what happened to me? What happened to me? According to Islam, Allah, He created me, and He decided that I will create someone, his name is a Christian prince, and he will spank me every day, non-stop, until He make the ass of Allah red. Here we go, you got my testimony. Let us call this Abdul. He is not answering. Yes, Abdul.
Yeah.
Would you apologize for yesterday using bad language?
One second.
Uh,
Hello?
hello.
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah,
What did you say?
would you apologize yesterday for saying filthy language to talking to me? I did not say the F word to you. Why you are using filthy language?
I said to you, you are talking worse than what I said.
No, but you said the F word, and you said the B word.
What is wrong with fuck?
Nothing wrong, exactly. Your prophet, he said that. Is that correct?
In English or in Aramaic?
Your prophet, he speak English?
No, that's why.
Okay,
So
I
he
said
didn't
your
say
prophet says that. You said to me in English or in Aramaic. Do your prophet speak Aramaic? Do you have a third language to give me? I mean, I said to you, is it your prophet who said the F word? You said to me in English or Aramaic? As if your prophet, he speak any of them. I thought your prophet, he speak only Arabic.
So I said to you, he didn't say it.
Okay. So now focus with me. What do you think about the destiny that if you want to convert to Christianity, you cannot convert unless it was the will of Allah before you convert? What do you think? Do you agree?
Our God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is all-knowing.
This is not a question.
So
This is not a question.
you are interrupting.
This is not the question. Yes, I interrupt you because I know the Muslims are like a duck. Muslims are like a duck, but they are not ducks. They talk like ducks, they walk like ducks, but they are not ducks. They are chickens. I'm asking you, if somebody want to convert to Christianity, is that the will? If a Muslim, he is a Muslim, and he converted to Christianity, is that the will of Allah or his will?
Everything is with the will of Allah. Everything.
Okay, so he converted to Christianity because Allah decided that he will convert to Christianity, correct?
Everything is in the will of Allah.
This is not the question. My friend, don't you see why I hang up on Muslims? But you have to repeat my question 1,000 times, lose my voice, and it's the same question. So the guy converted to Christianity. Is it because Allah made him convert, or it was his choice?
It was his choice.
So how is his choice? And the Quran says, but you cannot will unless Allah wills.
It is his choice, but because Allah is all-knowing, He know the future, and He know what he is gonna decide.
Well, this is not true, because the destiny, your prophet said, okay, you know, you saw me before showing your prophet hadith about Adam, correct?
And you showing movies of Mufti Mank, and Mufti Mank is not a scholar.
Oh, you are the scholars who do not know how to say your prophet name correctly.
We don't accept Zakir Naik.
Okay.
He's not a scholar.
Do you accept the Quran?
I accept the Quran, and I accept.
Okay, the Quran says in the front of you, chapter 76,
dictionary,
chapter, Mr. Dictionary, chapter 76, verse number 30, it says, but you cannot will unless Allah wills.
Yes, I said to you, everything is in the will of Allah.
What do you mean? You told me it is the knowledge of Allah. There's difference between the will of Allah and the knowledge of Allah. The knowledge of Allah, He knows, He don't get involved. The will of Allah, that means this is His decision.
Everything is in the will. I said to you, everything is in the will and in the knowledge of Allah.
So what is the will? So now you are saying the will and the knowledge. Great. So now the knowledge, we know what the knowledge. So what is the will? What is the will? What is the will?
That you are breathing.
What is the will of Allah? A guy, he became a Muslim, he became a Christian. Don't make me repeat the question. A Muslim, he became a Christian. Listen, a Muslim, he became a Christian.
Yes.
Was it his choice or Allah will? You said to me everything is the will of Allah. So was it by the will of Allah or the will of him?
That a Christian becomes a Muslim is in the will of Allah.
If a Muslim he become a Christian, what is that? Not the will of Allah? If a Muslim become a Christian, is that the will of Allah or not the will of Allah? You will not answer.
If a Christian becomes a Muslim, Alhamdulillah, it is in the will of Allah. But it has a reason why someone becomes a Muslim, or
this is not the question, man. Focus with me. I'm not asking you for the reason, Potato. I'm asking you, listen, Potato. You see, I have no time for kids. Either you speak like a mature adult, Mr. Butt, or you don't. So when the guy, he converted to any religion, doesn't matter. When Christian convert to Islam, Alhamdulillah. Well, what a silly boy you are. So when a person convert to any religion,
yes,
is that his choice or it was a predestined choice of Allah, the will of Allah?
Okay, you want the answer or not?
Guys, he's asking me, do you want the answer or not?
You want the answer or not?
No, I don't want the answer. Should I hang up on you, you idiot?
I want to give you the answer, but you're gonna...
Why I have to repeat the question 1,000 times? You are not giving me the answer. Okay, he decided to convert to Christianity or to Islam or to Hinduism. Was it his decision or the will of Allah?
It is the decision of that person,
but
because Allah knows what's gonna happen
you
in the
idiot,
future.
it is you who said to me because of the will of Allah and the knowledge of Allah. So you acknowledged two things a second ago. So the knowledge of Allah, listen, you said because of Allah will and the knowledge of Allah. So the knowledge of Allah obviously is different from the will of Allah. So stop talking about because Allah knowing. Okay, so now you agree that the knowledge of Allah is different from the will of Allah. Do you agree?
Of course.
Okay, so what you keep saying because Allah, you know, so what is the will of Allah? How Allah involved in the conversion of this person? Is it his choice or it's Allah will?
A person, listen, I'm gonna explain it because what that Sheikh said, Sheikh Hakim, or I don't know his name, he said it needs a lecture. It is not a yes or no answer.
Okay. So listen. So are you saying to me the Quran, Allah, when He gave you the verse, He gave you a lecture or He gave you a verse?
No, he gave us the prophet, he gave us
Okay,
the
so
companions,
do you
and he
accept
gave
what
us the
do you
scholars.
accept do you accept what your
He
prophets
gave us the scholars to explain everything.
do you accept what your prophets say?
What?
Do you accept what
Do
your
you
prophets say?
Of course, if it's
All
if
right.
it's sahih, why not?
All right.
Yeah.
Do Allah write your destiny before you are made? If you will be happy
Yes.
or sad? Is
Yes.
that your decision to be happy, decision to be sad, or decision of Allah?
Everything before we born is righted.
This is
in,
not the
Surah
question.
Al-Mulk.
This is not the question. I don't know why
What
I
is-
cannot meet one smart, intelligent Muslims. Listen carefully. If a person predestined to be sad or happy or rich or poor or bad or good, is that something Allah decide or the man he decide? I'm not talking about knowledge now. Stop talking about knowledge, potato. Who is the one decide you will be happy or sad, rich or poor, good or bad, before you are made? Decide, not knowledge. Go.
Now you are talking about wealth or not?
Huh? Guys, now you are talking about the will, huh? Ah, you got me.
No, not
Now
will.
you are
I
talking
didn't
about
say-
the will. Ah, so
I
Abdul,
didn't say will. I said wealth.
listen. So
I say
a person before he is even made. So who decide who will be sad or happy, bad or good, rich or poor? The mic is yours.
Okay, without interrupting it, the mic is Maya.
Shut up and answer.
Yes. I said to you, everything is in the will of Allah.
What
and
the heck is
everything-
that mean? Give me the answer, you idiot. So is it his decision to be sad or happy, rich or poor, believer or disbeliever?
What can I do? Yeah. What can I do? He interrupting me.
Because you keep saying the same thing. I'm asking you, is it his decision? Either you say it's his decision or not. So a person, he is not made yet. He is not, listen carefully, he is not created yet. Who
Yes.
decide for him to be a believer or not a believer? Sad or happy, rich or poor? Is that the decision of the person who will be born later, or this is the decision of Allah?
It is not a decision of Allah. It is in the knowledge of Allah. How a person.
Okay,
in
so
his-
now I want you to refute
Now
your prophet.
again interrupting me.
No, you answered me already. You said in the knowledge of Allah. You see, you are stupid. You told me it's the knowledge of Allah and the will of Allah. Okay, listen.
I didn't finish
Here
my-
we go.
I didn't finish my answer.
Here we go. This is not about knowledge.
didn't
Before
finish
the person is even made, Allah decide for how long he will live. He decide he will be bad or good. He will decide he will be happy or sad. He will be this. This is not about the knowledge. Stop saying knowledge.
I didn't said decide. I said in the will of Allah.
You said
And in the-
no. You
and-
say
and- and in
you
the knowledge-
already
in
said
the kno-
that the will
I said
of
in the
Allah
knowledge-
is not the
in the
same
knowledge
as
of Allah-
listen. Okay, let us everybody laugh at you. Is the knowledge of Allah is the same as the will of Allah? You said no. Correct.
No, they are different.
Okay,
yes.
now tell me what is the will of Allah?
The will of Allah that everything, every step you make, every breath you make, the heart you that takes every time, that is in the will of with the will of.
Just get lost. Don't call me again. You just answer me. So I'm asking you for the last hour to tell me if we do things by choice, everything I make, every step I take, somebody watching me, every breath I take, every time I wake, somebody talking to me. Finally, so even the breathe, even your poo-poo, even everything, this is the will of Allah. So stop, you stupid idiot, talking about the knowledge of Allah, because this is not my question. It turned to be anything you do physically is the will of Allah. So it took us what? How long to make this Abdul vomit? You have to make him vomit. As long the will of Allah is different from the knowledge of Allah. So what is stupid? You keep saying everything in the knowledge of Allah, everything in the knowledge of Allah. And by the way, in the knowledge of Allah, there is nothing. We can't prove it. This is in the knowledge of Allah. Let us see the knowledge of Allah. What Allah He knew. Lili Da'wah, he says, it's amazing how Allah He knew this, that Abu Lahab, he will not convert to Islam. Imagine, brother, if the chapter 111 come to be not true, Islam is destroyed. Why? Because if Abu Lahab converted to Islam, that will be a big problem. Well, let us move to the second chapter. You will see that all the Muslims, Muhammad, he claimed they will not convert to Islam, they become Muslims. Chapter of the Kuffar, Al-Kafirun, verse number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you reject faith. Ayyuha al-Kafirun. First translation, by the way, Kafirun, not reject faith. Kafirun is those who hide the truth, supposedly. Or they hide something. They cover something. It's an Aramaic word. It's not even Arabic. I worship not what you worship, nor ye worship what I worship. And I will not do worship what you worship, and you will not do worship what I worship, nor you will worship what I worship, and you will not do worship what I worship. What the falafel potato, and later all of them become Muslims. What is the knowledge of Allah? He just said, I will not worship what you worship. Oh, but all of us, we knew that Muhammad, he bowed down to the three daughters of Allah when he received the satanic verses, correct? So he did worship what they worship, because those pagans, they worship Allah and they worship his daughters with him. So Muhammad worship what they worship. This is number one, bust. Nor you will worship what I worship. All of them later they converted to Islam because Muhammad win the war and become Muslims. Nor will you worship what I worship. You repeat again. So Muhammad, God do not know the future. And we have tons of verses like this. Allah who knew the future. What Allah? He's specific in knowing. Allah is the only one knows what is inside the womb. How accurate that is. Allah, he knew what is inside. Well, any doctor for $10 he can show you right on the screen what is in your belly. Allah is the only one, he knows when the rain will come. Is that accurate? Is that really something Allah he predicted, that nobody will know when the rain will come save Allah? So the knowledge of Allah is a fraud. Allah know nothing. All those verses, and by the way, Allah himself, a womb is attached to his chair. And the womb speak to him. And that womb is part of him. Which is a different story coming from the paganism. Chapter 38, look how many times he repeat the same thing. Chapter 13, verse number 8, Allah, he knew what every female she will give birth to. That's deep. Only Allah knows. Who knows save Allah? Nobody. Other verse. Allah, he knew the day of resurrection, and he knew, don't call me, I want adult, just don't call me. Don't call. Allah, he knew when the day of judgment will be, and he knew where the rain will come down. And he knew what tomorrow you will earn. But there's many of those we know already. They can tell you a day in advance, sometime 2 days in advance, when the rain will come. So Allah don't know that, you know. You see, if this is a guy like making meditation 1400 years ago, saying that, I will say, okay, I'm like, you know, speaking about my God, only God knows. That's fine. But this is Allah himself talking and telling us what is unique about him. So we cannot say, well, here it's a guy who made a statement, but he don't mean it literally. Here he mean it literally. According to the Quran, hail is coming from mountains in heaven. I hope there's no noise from my fan. How Allah, he knew this, that hail is coming from mountains in heaven, and he break it down and he send it in us. That's amazing knowledge. And the Muslims, they try to cover it by saying, and he sent down from the sky mountain mass of a cloud. That's false. In Arabic, anyone who speaks Arabic will see it right away. وَيُنْزِلُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مِنْ جِبَالٍ فِيهَا مِنْ بَرَدٍ فَيُصِيبُ. He sent from the sky, from mountains in it. Do you see how they try to cover the stupidity of the Quran? If you change the translator, this is Yusuf Ali. Let us see another Abdul. How does God, he say such a stupid thing? He sent down from the sky hail, between two brackets like this. You see that? You see and the Muslim, they said to you, we don't corrupt the Quran. Well, you just did. If Allah did not say like, why you are adding like? And what do you mean from the sky hail? Mountains? Because it says he sent down from the sky from mountains. And now the translator trying to fix it, supposedly. He's trying like, maybe this what he meant. There are in heaven mountains of hail, from where he sent down hail. And yes, this is what the Arabic is saying. Chapter 24, verse number 43. 24, 43. The Muslim understanding, the Muslim explanation, their scholars, their big beard, not potatoes in YouTube, kids. He sent down from heaven, read carefully. This is Tafsir al-Jalalain, and this is the official government website of the little potato, the king of Jordan. He thinks he's a king now. Thank you, British intelligence. He sent down from the heaven out of mountains. In Arabic, min jibal. Men extra are the rain, they're in the heaven. You know, like this is like explanation for the word in Arabic. So Allah is all-knowing. Allah, he knew. They ask the Muslim about destiny right away. He tell you Allah knows everything. But as you see, Allah know nothing. Allah, he think the baby is created from a sperm who become a dead blood. Allah, he think that the thunder is an angel. Literally, not metaphorically. If you go to chapter 13, verse number 13. So stop saying Allah is all-knowing. Your God knows nothing. Your God, he think Mary is the sister of Aaron. And her father is Amran, the father of Moses. When the Jewish guy, he came to him and he said, you know, by the way, you are wrong. Mary, there is 100 of you. I wish he did not come so he can say more stupid things. But then it was too late because already he mentioned that Mary, she is the daughter of Amran. I mean, even he cannot even quote a name correctly. It is Amram, not even Amran. So the thunder in chapter 13, verse 13, it's an angel who is in charge of the cloud, driving them while constantly proclaim he praise. And he says, glory to Allah. You see, if a person meditating, I will say, no problem. I can say, well, the cloud praising God. I can say the grass praising God. I can say, but this is literally, it's an angel. The knowledge of Allah is not exist. If you remember, not long time ago, Lily Dawa, peace be upon her, she said that the scientific miracles in the Quran is nonsense. What? Nonsense. After 25 years, 30 years, the Abdul, they are collapsing with their lies. So all those years you were lying, thousands of videos, books, articles, it is a fraud. Not a single one of them is even true. In fact, it is the opposite. Going back to our topic. As long everything is by the will of Allah, why people should be punished? Read carefully. Verily Allah has fixed the very portion of adultery which a man will indulge in, and which he of necessity must commit. He must commit. And it's what? Is a very fixed portion. You cannot increase it, you cannot decrease it. Everything can you show the craziest story of weak hadith? Focus with me, my friend. Focus with me. Please, guys, be mature. What do you think? I am waiter for you? Bring me this dish, bring me that dish. We have a topic. So when you commit fornication, it's not your choice. When you do good deed, it's not your choice. If you are honest, it's not your choice. If you lie, it's not your choice. If you steal, it's not your choice. So what the choice we have? Abdul, he's trying to talk about the Trinity because he's ashamed of our topic. I demand, and he is the same time, he come every time say the same question. Who is the grandfather of Jesus? Well, ask your God. Is it your God? He made Jesus without a father? How come you don't ask your God, Allah? How come Jesus is the only one who is born, yet he don't have a father and a grandfather? But they don't. The Muslim, they have serious questions. Ask your God, how come your filthy prophet, who you claim he is the most honorable, he is dead, and the mosquitoes and the worms ate him, yet Jesus, who is supposedly not the best for you Muslims, he is in heaven playing chess with Allah. Those questions, they don't come to your head, but come to your head, who is the grandmother of Jesus? That's really what is. How come you don't ask Jesus, how come you can make a dead person alive? Which means if we ask Jesus right now to bring the Iyat Muhammad back to life, he can do it. And he will, just wait. That is my Jesus, not like your prophet, While my Jesus was rising people from death, your prophet was going after a 6-year-old girl. While my Lord, he was making the blind see, your prophet went blind. In fact, your prophet, he used to faint every 2 seconds. And you need to tell me why. Where is Allah? Oh, Jesus is not there. So the prophet, he kept fainting non-stop. His wife, she faint, he faint. I mean, the guy is a fainting machine. Do Allah predestiny for Muhammad to faint every 2 seconds? For sure he did. Why? Who is the one behind the fainting of the prophet? I want to know who is behind this conspiracy. Jesus in the cross, he have nails in his hands, his feet, torture, and he did not faint. Muhammad in the bed. The prophet, the messenger of Allah, fainted when he was sick. Then he woke up and he said, has the time for the prayer come? They said yes. He said, tell Bilal and call the adhan, okay? And then tell Abu Bakr to read the prayer and pray. He fainted again. And then he woke up again, and then he said, repeat the same thing. Has the prayer time come? Yes, Prophet. Okay, tell Bilal and tell to do the adhan and tell Abu Bakr to read the prayer. Okay, and then he fainted. What the heck? Where is Allah? Isn't it your prophet, he said, that the nagla seed can save any illness? Take nagla seed. Is that from the knowledge of Allah that nagla seed can cure any disease? Just do it then. You see, the translation says nagla seed is the remedy for every disease. It doesn't say that. It says shifa'un. It is the cure. You take nagla seed, you become a horse. Like what you have a problem, any problem, like you have even sexual problem, take nagla seed. You will become like a horse. Your wife, she will thank me. And the prophet keep fainting. The doctor who cannot give himself a medicine. According to Mufti Mink, if Jesus, he waved his hand on the crowd, thousands of people will be healed. It doesn't matter. He don't even ask them, what is your disease? He just wave his hands and thousands of people will be healed. That is Jesus. And Muhammad is fainting. The last few years of his life, the guy, he can't even go to the bathroom. He can't even stand up. Is that from the knowledge and the destiny of Allah? When Muhammad, he died by poison, was that a destiny by Allah? Isn't it, this is a good question? Muhammad is so upset, saying to me, Allah will punish you for spreading falsehood. My friend, I'm reading your hadith. Is that the falsehood you are talking about? I'm reading your Quran. Isn't you Muslim? You say everything is by the destiny of Allah? Isn't this is from the 6 pillars of faith in Islam? To believe in your destiny, which is Allah wrote for you 50,000 years before he created you, brother. So I want to know why Allah decided to kill Muhammad in such a way, and why he decided to save Jesus. As long everything is destiny, Jesus was saved from the cross by the will of Allah. No Muslim dare to say no. Muhammad, he died by the will of Allah. Wonderful. So I want to know, Mr. Falsehood, diarrhea, why Allah decided to kill Muhammad in such a way, and he decided to save Jesus. Remember, it's the destiny of Allah. Questions, it hurt their feeling. And not only that. When Muhammad, he said, I feel as if my aorta is being cut off from that poison. And again, by the way, this is Sahih Hadith. You cannot say this is a weak, da'if, that, you know, the game, potatoes. Isn't it this is the Quran says, that there is a destiny. If Muhammad, he lie or fabricated, I will cut his artery. Allah said. Chapter 69, verse, Muhammad, he have all crazy stuff in chapter 69. That is a very favorite sexual position for the Prophet. If Muhammad had forged a false saying concerning us, Allah is one, by the way, but he like to say us. He's not comfortable with saying with me. I mean, think about it. Which one is better, being many or one? For sure, many. So Allah is very, very satisfied monotheist God. He loves to say us, because one, he is not. And, oh, me alone? Me? Me? No. No. Don't say that. Disrespect. Us. I mean, this is one of the funniest, stupid things about this cult. They claim that their God is monotheist, and then their God who is monotheist, he loves to call himself us. So Mr. Us. Again, he say, we. Yeah, we or you? We. Okay, who is going to make decision now? When you say we, how many of you? No, it's only me. So why you say we? It's a fake we, fake we. It's just because I feel better. Ah, it's not a true we. Now I know why the ambulance, they say we. Okay, so we surely have seized him by his right hand. And by the way, where is everybody? Why we have only 1,667? Do you want me to ask Allah to curse you all? I will tell you a true story. Once I have like 2,000 people watching, and they were not behaving, so I cursed them. 2,000 people, second day, they woke up in the morning, they look like me. Unbelievable. And then like I start receiving letters from the court, what you did to them, you know, like black magic, well, you know, they sue me. And then I have to take them to Thailand to make surgery to get them back to the previous look, you know. But it was Allah, the will of Allah. So don't make me upset. I will curse you and you will wake up in the morning and look like me. Your wife, she will leave you right away, immediately. Not even a second after. Like, who's you? Who are you? Why you look like Christian Prince? And then you can even speak like me. You will say to her, first of all, I am not the Christian Prince. I am the Naik. And then she will die laughing. She will have an attack. You'll have a new wife. Don't worry. So we surely should have seized him by his right hand. If he did what? If he fabricated the Quran. Okay? And then certainly we should cuff his life artery. Aorta. But this is exactly what happened to Dudu. Muhammad Dudu. Do you see, brother, how we prove the destiny of Allah? It was predestiny. Do you see how the destiny work in Islam? The hadith we mentioned before about Adam committing sin. And by the way, you cannot take what Muhammad say for granted, because Muhammad, he says that Allah wrote destiny In one place he says 50,000 years. In other place he says 50 years or 40 years. I mean, why the numbers for Muhammad, they are not fixed? Here it says, and here I find it very funny. I mean, how Moses, my cousin, and Adam, my grandfather, they met. As I know, there's a long distance and time between them. But you know, in the Middle East, things can happen. Both are Middle Eastern, so what you expect? Yeah. So, Prophet Adam and Moses, the prophet says that Adam and Moses, they argued. And I hate it when somebody disrespects his grandfather and he argue with. Look how rude Moses, man. Look how rude he's arguing with Adam. Show your respect to Adam. And he said to Adam, oh Adam, you are the father, our father, who disappointed us and turned us out of paradise. And by the way, this claim here is proving that the lies the Muslim, they say that Moses was a Muslim, is a big fat lie, because if Moses was a Muslim, he shall not and should not say such a statement, because this is what the original sin is. Original sin is because of Adam we are out of heaven. Muslims, they refuse that. They don't believe in that. And they claim that Moses is a prophet, he's a Muslim. But as you see, the Muslim prophet, he do not know the very basic teaching of Islam. Look like he is a fake prophet, fake Muslim prophet. And then Adam said to him, oh Moses, Habibi, Allah favor you, and he talked to you directly, and he wrote the Torah for you with his hand. By the way, the Muslims believe that God did not write the 10 Commandments to Moses. They believe that Allah, he wrote the whole Torah. So imagine the poor Moses, how many rocks he have to carry with him down from the mountain. The whole Torah in rocks. Hey Moses, where are you going? Oh, I have like 3,000 rocks left, 5,000 rocks, 10,000 rocks. Moses, are you joking? The whole book of Torah, Allah, he wrote it in the rocks. How big the rocks? Big rocks. So Moses, he spent his life carrying rocks. You know, he go to the mountain, Allah, he write a rock for him a day. He come back, okay, he delivered to the Jews. A week after he go to the mountain, Allah give him another rock. And this is how the Torah, brother, was created. This is why in America there's mountain, they call them the Rocky Mountains, because Moses was there. Otherwise, what they call it, Rocky Mountain? There's no rocks there. Because all the rocks, Moses took them. Allah, he used them to write the Torah. And Moses carried them all the way to Jerusalem, which is not far. So Allah write it by his hand. And listen carefully here, by his hand. By his hand. Okay, so Allah, if you want something to happen, he said, let it be, is going to be. So why he's using his hand? Isn't it you Muslim, you say that Allah created the pen and he ordered the pen to write everything? What happened to the pen? Is it out of ink? Let us see, maybe we can find the pen story. Where is the pen story?
Whether it is good, sixth of Iman, of faith, that no Muslim can be a Muslim without believing in them. So the last sixth pillar of it all is to believe in predestiny, to believe in what Allah had ordained, whether it is good or other than that. Now, people are usually confused. So they ask, is everything written down of our future? Yes. My spouse? Yes. My children, my provision, whatever is going to happen to me until I die? The answer is yes. The Prophet told us, alayhi salatu wasalam, when Allah, the Almighty, created the pen, He ordered the pen to write
I mean, look, Allah is busy. I mean, why you want to write anything? But in there it says Allah, He wrote the Torah by His hand. So Allah created the pen, and what the pen does, like, do Allah hold the pen, write with it? What happened? What do you mean exactly?
He ordered the pen to write,
Oof.
and the pen asked, what should I?
The talking pen. The talking pen. Hey, pen, start writing. Oh Allah, what I will write? Stupid question. I say to you, write, you write. Doesn't matter what you write. I mean, have you ever heard of a God? He said to the pen, write. Shouldn't you tell you write what first? I mean, why you say write and you stop? And the pen is talking to Allah. Is the pen is like a creature, you know? He have a tongue, so he have like one, like he write by his ass and he talk by his head. And where's the ink coming from? And does that mean the first one who created the pen is Allah? Look how educated he is. Okay, what he taught the pen, and look at the face of the pen. Look, the pen, he's telling you now in the video, Allah, what I should write. Look at the face. This is the pen. You see how the pen look like? This is Mr. Bean, not Mr. Pen. What the pen said?
He ordered the pen to write, and the pen asked, what should I write, O Lord? And Allah said, write the destiny of all of my creation.
Mosquitoes, chickens, all my creations. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I need to go to the bathroom. Hey, brother, can you open the book of Allah Destiny and check which page says that at the time of 4:10 p.m. Friday, 2023 of the month of August, I need to go to the bathroom. Is that written there? Everything, brother. Everything written in the book of Allah. Everything.
Till the day of judgment.
Until the day. I mean, all is there in one book.
The Prophet tells
Trump is there. But, you know, I can assume that in the book of Allah, it's written like 30,000 pages saying, when I was the president, the economy was good, and the oil price was very good. And the job was, unemployment was so low. How many pages written in the book of Allah, Trump repeating the same thing? Is it in the book of Allah that Joe Biden says, you know the thing? Like he forgot the creator to say that God, so suddenly the God became the thing? This is all in the book of Allah? Okay. I'm truly convinced.
tells us, alayhi salam, this was 50,000 years before Allah created the creation.
Look, 50,000 years, but in the hadith it says 40 years. I mean, do you see how Muhammad, he cannot match his words? Here it says 40 years, and different hadith says 50,000 years. What is the mistake? Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Just take 40 years out of 50,000 years. I mean, this is a prophet of God. Let me find the hadith about the 50,000 years. This is a clear proof that Muhammad is a false prophet. Let us see. Is it 40 years or 50,000 years, Abdul? I mean, can your prophet, the faint prophet, look at this. The messenger of Allah, he says, God recorded the fates of all the creates are 50,000 years before creating the heaven and the earth, and his throne was above the water. Abdul, how he was writing everything before he created any creation, and his chair is above the water. Shouldn't supposed to be that the water is created later? Look, it says there. You might think he's talking only about creators as you know, like just creatures. No, we can show you he meant everything. Like there's a hadith, someone he asked Muhammad. Let's try to find it. And my head is like, I wish I can free some memory of my head from this stupid garbage. They are in my head. So they asked Muhammad, I said, O Messenger of Allah, where was our Lord before he created his creation? He said, he was above the cloud, before which was air, and above which was air and water. And he created his throne above the water. See, this is not only about creatures like animals and human. No. So how the question saying, where was Allah before he created all his creation? Any creation. He said he was above the cloud, which was air. And above which was air and water. Above Allah is air and water. And then he created his throne above the water. Look how many times this hadith is repeated. Let us see if we have any Muslim with beard. I don't see any Muslim with beard. Okay, what about without beard? Nobody with beard, without beard. All right. Yeah, the followers of Allah knows best. Allah and his messengers knows best. And by the way, as long as you believe in destiny, how you claim that Allah and his messenger knows best? How Muhammad he can knew the destiny? And how Muhammad he knew this? Did Muhammad receive Quran beside the Quran? The idea of destiny, the destiny of sin, is a very demolishing belief for the cult of Muhammad. Because why in the world anyone want to follow somebody? Let us say for the sake of argument it's true. But this is against what God claimed to be is just. So he make you commit sin and then he will send you to hell for your sin. And by the way, even if you don't commit sin, Allah will send you to hell. If you remember, we have Abdul, he called me 2 days ago, and when I showed him the story about the baby, the infant who died, I said, okay, well, how come the baby don't have a sin, and yet your prophet saying he might go the other way? He said, well, he is telling her that we should not say that. But then the edict himself, he said that his prophet in different hadith says that this baby will go to heaven. I thought you should not say that. Because saying where he will go is a prediction. So do you see how stupid they are when they try to cover the poo-poo of Muhammad? Why Muhammad say to the women, to his wife, it might be other way. You know, he said it might be other way. He did not say, don't say this. He said it might be the other way, which means he might go to hell. A Muslim, he tried to duct tape it. He says, there is other hadith says, the prophet says, a baby will go to heaven. But that means Muhammad is a fraud. Muhammad is the same as a trucker Carson. You say to him, Russia is the attacking on Ukraine. He say the opposite. You say to him, Ukraine, anything you say to him, he take the opposite, so he can be known. Someone driving in the highway in the opposite direction, so everybody would talk about him in the news station. Oppose. People say white, he say black. People say black, he say white. So why the child will go to hell even he never commits sin? Somebody saying, wasn't your Jesus destined to go in the cross? This is a very, very weird argument from a Muslim asking about destiny, because Jesus, he have a plan, and this is different from destiny in the way you understand it. Jesus, he have a plan. And Jesus, he knew the future. He's just not like me. Jesus told his disciple, you will do this, and you will say that, and you will deny me, and you will deliver me. That is about Jesus knowing. But Jesus did not decide for the Jews to kill him. So we mentioned before that destiny and Christianity have nothing to do with destiny in Islam. Destiny in Islam is you acting like a machine programmed by your God. Me, we don't believe in such a garbage. Because this is against God just. If God, he made me do things, then why he wanna punish me for doing things? In fact, the stupid Muhammad, he made it so clear that if you don't commit sin, Allah will destroy you. Let us find the hadith. In my book, there is no way God will destroy you for not committing sin. In your book, God will destroy you for not committing sin. And he will bring people who commit sin. And by the way, here this is showing that Muhammad and his God, they have a mental issue. So what this drama is about? Follow the Prophet, obey Allah, and then destiny. And then if you don't commit sin, Allah will destroy you. Do you see the stupidity? So the story which Muhammad, he took about Adam, children's, specifically about Noah, contradict what Muhammad is saying. Isn't it the story of Noah that people don't, they are doing mischievement, so God decided to punish them? Here is the opposite. Here, if you don't commit sin, and Muhammad is swearing he's sure. And you know what does that mean when Muhammad is sure? That means Popo is coming. I swear by Allah, the one who is hand is my soul. If you don't commit sin, Allah would replace you with people who will commit sin and seek forgiveness. What does that mean? That means now he's encouraging people to commit sin. Correct? If I say to a group of people around me, I swear by Allah, if you don't commit sin, Allah will make you shish kebab. So you better commit sin, brother. Just ask Allah for forgiveness. Hold on, somebody is calling. Christian Prince. But of all, you are given the wrong interpretation of the hadith. Zakir Naik, don't squeeze yourself. I just clean the floor. Don't drop your diarrhea. What do you mean I'm correcting the hadith? Christian Prince. But of all, Allah is saying that if you don't commit sin, Allah will punish you. Just what I said. You are repeating what I said. Christian Prince. But of all, you are lying. How I'm lying? You said that Allah is saying if you don't commit sin, Allah will destroy you. Oh, I'm just reading the hadith. Exactly. So how I'm lying? Christian Prince. First of all, when Allah is saying that if you don't commit sin, Allah will destroy you, he meant he will destroy you. What the heck? So when Allah he says if you don't commit sin, he will destroy you, he meant he will destroy you. Exactly. So That means you agree with me. Why you are saying I'm lying? Brother Prince. First of all, you are lying. Abdul, you just agreed with me. You said if you don't commit sin, Allah will destroy you. So how you saying I'm lying, but you agree with me? Brother Prince. First of all, I am told that I am not agree with you because you are a Muslim. I'm Christian. Exactly. You're Christian. And because you're Christian, I can't agree with you. Oh, why you don't agree with me? Because simply, if you bring somebody and he needs long mathematics, what? Long mathematics. What mathematics have to do with this? As an example, you Christian, you say 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. Don't squeeze yourself and bring me the real. What do you mean you 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 1? We never believe in that. Who told you believe in 1 plus 1? Who is the first one, the second one, the third one? Which plus? Idiot. Christian Prince. First of all, you have a wrong mathematics. Abdul, you just said that already. Give me something new. What about, I asked you about Allah. Allah Mr. We, Allah Mr. I, Allah Mr. Jibreel, Allah Mr. Spirit, Allah Mr. Shin, Allah Mr. Hand, Allah Mr. Foot, Allah Mr. Fingers. Which one of them is Allah? Christian Prince. First of all, Allah is united. Who? United? This is why you say Tawheed. Isn't it Tawheed mean united? Exactly. So how you say you believe in monotheism and then you say Tawheed? Tawheed mean unification. Allah is unified with how many? So all those stupid religion is just a chain of stupidity. In one hand, Allah decides for you to commit sin. In the other hand, if you don't commit sin, Allah will kill you. And if you commit sin, Allah will send you to hell. However, if you don't commit sin, Allah will send you to hell anyway. If you remember the hadith where Muhammad is said, one of you, he will do the will of Allah until almost there is like 1 cubit distance between you and heaven. And then what is wrote by Allah, I'm trying to find the hadith, give me a second. All those hadith, by the way, are funny, but like, you know, in the sky there's a sea. In the sky, look at this. I mean, look at this hadith here. All right, maybe I should go for that one later, but let me find the hadith. All those hadith in front of you on the screen, you can freeze the screen anytime and you will see the number. All those about destiny. Everything here you will see, it's about destiny. But look at this one. This one is horrible. So Allah, He wrote your destiny. We just heard the guy saying, Allah, He wrote your destiny 50,000 years before He created you. When we spoke about Adam, Muhammad, he mentioned 40 years before his creation, not 50,000 years. And that's Muhammad contradicting his numbers as usual. Here, the destiny is not only written in the book, there is different story. When Allah supposedly is creating you, He sent His angel. And He command the angel. And that process, according to Muhammad, a person will be gathered in the belly of his mother for 40 days as a semen. Which is very scientific, by the way. So according to Muhammad, I was doing vacation in the womb of my mother as a semen for 40 days. Gathered, like collecting more semen. Like more semen, Dad, bring more semen so I can be me. And Dad is working hard, making more semen. 40 days, brother. And then after 40 days, brother, because now the mama, she have enough semen inside her. Now you have a baby. and become not a clinging thing. It says alaqa, a dead blood. And then the dead blood become a lump. This is from the Quran, if you remember. But then here it says, and then Allah send an angel who breathes the life into it. Guys, do you know what does that mean? Who noticed with me how messed up Muhammad is? If we ask Muslims who is the one who created us, they will say to you, Allah. Who is the one who gave us life? Allah. Read. Allah sent an angel who breathes the life into it. Where life is coming from? From an angel. So who created the baby? Because remember, this piece of meat have no value without life. The life is coming from where, Muslims? From an angel. And this is exactly what the Quran is saying. We send our spirit to Mary and he breathed into her vagina. The verse in the Quran says our spirit, doesn't say angel. But the Muslim understand that this is an angel, even though it says our spirit. So in Islam, obviously, the creator for babies is an angel, and the life is breathed from an angel, not from Allah. And that contradicts what Muhammad in the Quran says, that Allah, he breathed into Adam. In fact, in the Quran it says, he breathed from his spirit, which means the spirit is an angel. Spirit is an angel. The one who gives life is an angel in Islam. Allah is not a creator. If we go in the Quran, and I will type the word ruh or ruhi. Chapter 16, verse number 102. Ruh is spirit. Next to it is Al-Qudus, which means holy. What the Muslim they say here, it's an angel. Even though it doesn't say the word angel, it doesn't say Jibreel. That's why you see it in the bracket. But let's go to other verses. All those verses are speaking about the word ruh, but here it says how Allah supposedly created Adam. Read carefully. Chapter 15, verse number 29. So when I have fashioned him completely and breathed into him. That's a false translation. Do you see why when you don't speak the language, you can mislead? In Arabic it says, فَإِذَا سَوَّيْتَهُ وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي. مِنْ رُوحِي mean from my spirit. I breathe into him from my spirit. But all of us, we knew that Muslims believe that Allah has no spirit. And he is not a spirit. So how the Quran saying, I breathe into him from my spirit? Muhammad is a very confused man. He don't know what he's saying. Let us find different translation and see how the translation will change. Does it say from our spirit or what we saw in the translation? Look at here. See? Here is different translation. This is Biktal. Muhammad Biktal. You notice with me here, translation is different. It says, so when I made him and I have breathed into him of my spirit. As long as the spirit is an angel, so who is the one who created Adam? What is the source of life? Same time, the Muhammadan, they say that Allah is as-Samad. If you remember the story about Adam when he entered the mouth of Adam and he came from his anus. Do you remember it? Who remember it? We are just trying to connect information together so you can learn. When Allah He fashioned Adam, He left him as a clay for 40 years. The angels they were wondering, what is that? I'm trying to find the hadith for you. So when He fashioned Adam, He left him for 40 years, and then the angels, they were really worried. Who is this? What is that? So Shaitan entered into Adam's mouth and he came out from him. There's many hadith speaking of this. Let us see if we can find any in English. Don't forget to unsubscribe if you like what we do. Unsubscribe, not subscribe. This is one of them. When Allah fashioned Adam in paradise, He left him as He liked him to live. And Iblis, he roamed around him and see what actually that was, and he found him hollow. Different hadith says that he entered from his mouth, he came out from his anus. But look here, this is why I'm mentioning this hadith for you. In different hadith, Muhammad, he said that Shaitan, he noticed that Adam is hollow, not like Allah. And I'm trying to find that hadith. Let us see this one. See, I don't prepare for my program. That's why it takes me a little bit time sometimes to find reference. I hope you understand. If you don't understand, who cares? That's what Shakespeare said, right? To care or not to care isn't a question. Okay, so let us see if we can find it. So Allah is not empty inside. Adam is empty. Let us see. Let us see if we can find this one in English. I found the hadith in Arabic, but now we need to find it in English. We cannot find it in English. So what we need to do, we need to find it like legitimate page in Arabic, not just any page. The page Muslim cannot deny it with reference. Maybe this one here can help us. Okay, let us see if we can find it in Ibn Kathir in English. If we go in the Quran, chapter 55, verse number 14, and then we go to Ibn Kathir. If you are a sheikh with the beard, without beard, give us a call. All right? Try it. You will leave Islam. Let us see what Ibn Kathir here will say. If this is in English, we can be found. It should be saying that Shaitan, he entered into the anus of Adam. It's not there. See, Ibn Kathir in English is not the same as Ibn Kathir in Arabic. Yeah. Let us see the, maybe if we open the page before it. Let us go to 1 to 13. Yeah, until now I don't see anything really. See, they took it off. If we go to Ibn Kathir in Arabic, we will find it clearly saying how Shaitan went around him and how Shaitan entered into him, and how some scholars, they say that he entered into his anus, and some scholars, they say he just looked through his anus. All right. This is, let me copy for you this. You need to use Google Translation, remember. I will give you the link. When you translate the page, you will see where it says 14, number 14. Or you can, you can remember this number here in front of you, 1539. You see it? So when you use Google Translation, the easiest way to find what we are talking about is to go there. So let us do that together. And this is the link. Let me know if the link is not working. So 1539, translate. It should say there in 1539 how Shaitan getting inside the anus, in and out. And for sure, Muhammad is the best to know anything about anus. All right, so this is, here we go. Then he enter into his mouth and exit from his anus. Do you see it? Do you see it, guys? And this is how Shaitan told the angels, don't worry about him, he is just nothing. He's not like your God. Your God is not empty. Adam is empty. Because he went inside his mouth and, he came from his anus. So like Adam, the first man, he was a homosexual, already been, damaged. Somebody is saying to me, stop lying. Oh, okay. Should I stop lying now, brother? Let us see this, Abdul. That's it. Abdul said to me, stop lying. What we can say? Hello? Hello? Must be Fakira. Fakira, Fakira. Fakira, stupid Fakira. We just mentioned homosexual. Fakira is calling. So he entered into it. You see, guys, did you notice that we did not find this in the English translation? It's gone. The whole book here, all those numbers, we cannot find them in Ibn Kathir in English. Do you notice? This is why I say to you, you cannot study Islam from Muslim books, which is translated. They lie, and the Ibn Kathir in English become not even the index of Ibn Kathir in Arabic. We check together in the Muslim website Ibn Kathir in English. How come we do not see this? All of this, actually, not even one of it is there. All of those things is not there. You can check again. Maybe I missed it. So now Allah, let us go back to our topic. So when Allah, He breathed, but Allah is not empty inside Him. So how the soul is going inside Allah and coming out of Allah? I want you to think with me carefully. You see, the difference between me and all the Abduls in the Middle East, when I used to listen to sheikhs and those potatoes, I take what they say and I listen to it carefully. Abdul, they swallow it. The same as Adam go from the mouth of Adam and he came out from his anus. They just memorize, but nobody ask. If Allah is not a spirit, and Allah has no spirit, and Allah, He breathed into Adam, how the breathe become inside Allah, first of all, in order to breathe it? Are you with me? We just showed you all the reference that Allah, He breathed from my spirit, He said. He breathed from my spirit. Okay, wonderful. So Allah breathed, saying, I breathe from my spirit. But according to Muslims, Allah has no spirit, and He is not a spirit. So the spirit He is breathing, it is something, a foreign object. It's not from Allah. Do you see what I'm trying to understand? If He is not empty, because this was Shaitan, he said, your God is not empty like Adam. So Allah is not empty. All right. So He's solid like a concrete idol. Allah does not have a spirit. This is what the Muslims believe. We showed you the hadith that Allah, He sent the angel and He breathed the spirit of life. The angel, He does that. Okay. So when the Quran now He says, I breathe into him, where the breathe coming from if Allah has no breathe? Any Muslim can tell us? Yeah, it doesn't say that, CP. You can right now search in Google and you will find that every single Muslim believe that Allah is not a spirit and He has no spirit. A Muslim, he went to a very well-known Muslim website asking for answer. A Christian prince, actually he did not mention my name, but obviously it's about me. He was debating a Christian and he was asking, this Christian guy, he said to me, Allah is not a spirit and He has no spirit. And many Muslims, by the way, maybe 95% of them, they do not know that Allah is not a spirit. and he has no spirit. Islamic question and answer. He is debating with a Christian and is asking, does God, Allah, supposedly have a spirit? The answer, no. Praise be to Allah. No one have the right to describe except what Allah He described for Himself. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, now the answer. The spirit or a soul is not one of the attribute of Allah. Rather, it is one of the things that has been created by Allah. Solve the problem now. Do we have any Muhammadan? Allah is not a spirit. He is a solid object. He have hands. He is solid inside him. The Muslim, they claim he knew the future. We prove it to you in many ways. They claim that Allah can predestine. Allah cannot predestine anything. Because according to Islam, bad things will happen to you only by Allah's destiny. And Allah, He promised Muhammad that good things will happen to him. Not only that, Allah, He promised Muhammad that He will protect him. Not only that, Allah, He promised Muhammad He will protect him from anyone making fun of him. Is that correct, Muslims? And as you know, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm laughing at Muhammad. And there's millions of people doing that. So how Allah promised him that nobody can laugh at you? And if the Muslims, this is chapter 15, verse number 95. In order to protect Muhammad from people laughing at him, you have to send a criminal to kill you. But Allah, He said, I will. Did Allah defend thee from thee? Is Allah speaking about the future or not? Until now, in the time of Muhammad, after Muhammad, until now, people are laughing at Muhammad and his religion. And Allah could not punish anyone. If you remember, Muhammad, he claimed that if you Christians and Jews don't believe in Allah, Allah will erase your faces. And nothing happened to a single Christian. He claimed that if you don't believe in Muhammad, Allah immediately, maybe by tomorrow, you will be cursed by Allah and He will erase your face. He will put your eyes in the back of your head. He will zip them together. He will zip your mouth. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. 1400 years ago. Was Allah serious? And if the Muslim, they will say to you, this is the judgment day, that's false, because He said, the same as we cursed the people of the Sabbath. Supposedly, this is a story where the Jewish, they did fishing in Saturday, so Allah cursed them, made them pigs and monkeys. Did Allah wait until the day of judgment? No. He said, the same as we did in the past. The same as we did. This is not about judgment day. So, Allah destiny is stupid. Allah ethic is bad. Allah logic does not exist. He will kill you, destroy you if you don't commit sin. He scream at you if you commit sin. He force you to commit sin. Then He will punish you for committing sin. And then He claim, Aka Muhammad, that he have a religion. Well, if this is a religion, stupidity is what?
Needed to be punished because he stole. So he comes to Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu and he uses the same line. He says, "Oh Umar, oh Amirul Mu'mineen, how can you punish me for having stolen when it was predestined? My deeds were already written by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." Now that's quite a good argument if you were to look at it.
It's a good argument.
Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu was one ahead of this man. He says, well, let's punish this man because it was predestined that we were going to punish him as well.
See? It's a mockery. The caliphate, now this guy is proud about the caliphate, that the caliphate is outsmarting the Abdul. But it is a mockery. As long as he agree, it's a good argument. Why I will be punished if Allah made me a thief? Do you remember the story about the thief, as long as we mentioned the thief? I find this is one of the funniest story. Actually, I remember this is like when I was like a teenage. When the sheikh he mentioned this, I was looking at him, and you know, I'm asking myself, like, what is the brain of those people? And I asked the sheikh. I said to him, "Sir, is this a true story? Is it like authentic?" He said, "Absolutely, absolutely, son." He's an old man. But if you read the story, you would die laughing. Let me try to find it for you. Just to show you that Muhammad, not only an idiot, and those who fabricated stories about him, trying to make him smart, like he is the one who knew the destiny. He knew the destiny of this man. I think this is the one. Read carefully with me. And let me give you the reference. Oh, not this one. Hold on. Our page is gone. Where is the hadith? Oh boy. We exit by mistake, sorry. All right. Let us go back. So, if you read with me here, the Prophet said, if any one of you drink wine, no, sorry, this is not the one I want. This is a different one. This one. There is, this is another funny one, but the one I want is other one. It's more way hilarious. Read and laugh, and you help me. Tell me what's wrong in this story. Why I was astonished by the stupidity of the one who wrote the story. Jabir told that the thief was brought to the Prophet, and he said, "Kill him." Sorry, cut actually, he meant kill him. You know. So the second time, sorry, cut his hand. They brought him. And he said, cut him. Brought him. Each time he is steal, they bring him to him. The translation here is not really accurate. Let me see if I can find better translation. Hold on. Because this is not what really it says. Let us see his translation. This is the correct translation. Not cut him, kill him. A thief was brought to the Prophet, he said, kill him. But the people said, Prophet, he's just committed theft. According to the Quran, if you commit a theft, you know, or those things, you cut your hands. First the right hand, then the left foot, the opposite one, and etc. So they said to him, but Prophet, he committed theft. So the messenger said, okay, we'll cut off his hand. So his right hand was cut off. He was brought for the second time. And he said, kill him. But this is against the teaching of Islam. Why you can kill him, the guy? He just committed theft. The people said, he has committed theft. The messenger said, okay, cut off his foot. So now they cut the other side of his body, the foot. They cut first time the right hand. Now they will cut the left foot. So now the guy, he have one hand is gone, the right hand, and one foot is gone. Focus with me. And then he was brought for the third time. And the Prophet said, kill him. The people said, but he committed theft. The Messenger of Allah. So he said, okay, cut off his hand. So now his two hands is gone. The right hand and the left hand. And one foot. So he brought for the fourth time. And they said, he said, kill him. They said, Allah, Messenger, he just committed a theft. So he said, okay, cut off his foot. So now the guy, he have no hands, he have no feet, totally. Then they brought him for the fifth time. The guy committed theft for the fifth time, but he have no feet, he have no hands. Who is the donkey when I believe in such a story? How the guy have no feet and no hands? He committed theft for the fifth time. And where is the merciful Prophet? Same time, a person, he lost his first hand, second hand, right foot. I mean, why you're doing that to the guy? The story is stupid. So when I spoke to the sheikh, you know, this old man, he said to me, what's your name? He said, my son, take my advice. Don't ask the question to people, okay? Don't ask it. Just go. Don't tell anybody. Yeah. What's your name? He's old. Hardly he can see you, you know. Okay. Don't ask those questions. Yeah. I was asking him, how in the world the guy, I mean, the guy cannot walk. The guy cannot hold anything by his hand. How in the world he stole for the fifth time? And where is the mercy of this God? And did he stop theft? Based on the punishment, Allah is stupid because still the guy is a thief. And based on the story, Muhammad, he knew the future. Kill him. He's God. Hey Muslims, I thought only Allah, he knew the destiny of a human being. How Muhammad, he knew this? And if he predestined to do this, why you are even doing this to him? This is the reference. Let me pause it for you. You can save it. So as you see, my friends, Islam is just a stupid religion, if we can call it even religion. This is not even religion. This is just a shish kebab, hummus, falafel, stupid things. If there is any Muslim with a long beard, he dare to call me. Mayday, mayday. And you know, how come the Muslims did not cut all the limbs of Muhammad? He is the biggest thief in history, and they are proud about how many theft he'd commit. Even the Quran says that Muhammad was accused of a theft. He stole an underwear. And by the way, this is additional proof that Muhammad and his God do not know the future. In chapter 3, verse 161, it says, it's not for a prophet to be a thief. Why? Because the Muslims accuse their best man to steal an underwear. And if Allah, he knew all knowing, shouldn't he tell them, go to the house of this guy and get the underwear from there? If he is God, they accuse Muhammad of stealing a piece of clothing. If Allah is God and Muhammad is messenger, how come he knew that the guy we should kill him because he knew the future, but Muhammad do not know where is the underwear? I mean, Pink Panther would do better than him. Shouldn't Allah say, hey, the one who accused Muhammad of stealing, go to the house of this guy, or let this guy take off his pants, you will see the underwear, the red underwear there? Until now, this underwear is missing, and Allah and Muhammad and all the detective of Islam cannot find it. Somebody saying, Fizan saying, Andrew Tits leave Christianity and accept Islam. My friend, this guy never was a Christian. He's a pimp. And you are proud about a pimp. That's telling me how bad Islam is. You see, you could not be proud about something valuable. You are bringing a pimp. Literally, a pimp. Soon he will hire all your sisters to open their legs, and good for you. Money is coming. By the way, did you register in his website? It's still working. You will get a degree in pimp, PhD in house pimping. Maybe your mom, she can join too. However, by the way, according to Islam, Andrew Tits is not a bad person, because in the Quran it says you can work as a pimp. Am I lying? I'm not. Chapter 24, verse number 33. If you don't believe me, go, and there is a video made by Susu, Fifi, Dudu. All of them, they are talking and they are saying, brother, it sounds like we can work as a pimp. Fifi agreed. He said, yes, brother. You can make your girls work for you as a whore, and you can be a pimp legal in Islam as long as they agree. And even if they don't agree, Allah is all merciful. There's no punishment in Islam for pimping at all. In fact, the license is in front of you here. Do you see it? Force not your girls to do prostitution. Look at the translation. Who is this translator? What a potato. Read it. Even if you force them, Allah is all merciful. Not a single verse in the Quran to punish the rapist. What is the punishment for sleeping with your mother in Islam? None. In fact, do you know that there is no punishment for having sex with your mother in Islam? This is Islam. Abu Hanifa al-Nu'man is one of the biggest sects of the Muslim Sunni. He's what? He is one of the biggest sect of the Muslim Sunni. He said, based on the Sharia, there is no penalty for somebody he effed his mother or his sister. Are we making things up? Read and laugh. Islam Su'al and Jawab. No, IslamWeb.net. Is it true that Muslims disagree about if there is it's forbidden and there is a punishment for having sex with your mother or your daughter? What is the opinion of Islam about this? And then here it says, Abu Hanifa, he says, there is no penalty for someone he had sex with his mother Read carefully. ولا حد على من تزوج أمه. There is no penalty for the one who did nikah to his mother. Actually, he said here marriage, or his daughter, or his sister, or his grandmother, or his auntie, or his niece. This is Islam. Let us use Google Translation. And this is the reference. There is no penalty. Let us go back here. There is no punishment. Abu Hanifa, he said. This is Abu Hanifa. This is not a potato. This is one of the biggest watermelon for Muslims. There's no punishment for him for doing what? If somebody marries his mother who gave birth to him, his daughter, his sister, his grandmother, his paternal aunt, his maternal aunt, his nieces, not nephew, his nephew daughter, sorry, his sister daughter. I mean, the guy will F everybody. This is Islam. And then, what they claim? They claim that this religion teaches morality. And the guy was asking, is this true? The answer is yes, this is true. This is what is mentioned. The attribute of those saying affirmative to the Imam is correct. Do you see it? It's correct. The guy is asking, is it true that this is what they said? Is it true? Listen, do you see it? Is it true? This is a Muslim Abdul asking, is it true that a Muslim man can have sex with his mother, his daughter, his niece, his auntie, his grandmother, blah, 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 blah? The answer, yes. This is attribution of the saying of the Imam is correct. And look at this. The reason of their differences, and the differences, even this one, they have differences. Having sex with your mother, having sex with your daughter, even though by the Quran says clearly it's forbidden for you to have sex with your mother, but there's no penalty. So if you have sex with your mother, which is forbidden, it's okay. Your daughter, it's okay. As you see, it's in front of you. Let me give you the link. You can use Google Translation. Be sure to open Google browser. Let us shorten the link because it has some Arabic. In the address, and Google will not accept. All right. Let me know if the link is working, please. The reference is here in front of you, actually. Reference is here. You see, if you read, you will see the reference is mentioned. Where is it? Here we go. See the reference? Those are the reference. Michael Bennett, he is saying, listen to your rudeness. You are free of God. Brother, let me give you a hug. Is that will make me better now? I will be full of God? Well, I don't know. Look like Jesus was rude too. Jesus, he called the Pharisees, who they are a rabbi, he called them sons of serpent. He called them evildoers, hypocrite. Look how rude you are. You want to give me a hug, brother? Go to San Francisco. They will give you hugs as much you want, especially from behind. Potato. Somebody told you I'm here to nurse you. You want somebody to nurse you, go to Joe Biden. He will send you to Hunter Biden. And he will put your naked pictures in his laptop. And then the FBI will not notice it. Because they are Department of Security, Homeland Security. They can see everybody except Hunter. Where's Hunter? Hunter, there's nobody. Wait, with computer, where? Huh? He took money? No way. Go, potato. Do we have any Abdul? Don't come to here if you are seeking somebody want to give you hugs. We don't give hugs here. We don't. Go to your mama. By the way, sometimes I feel like I want to be a peaceful Muslim, join Al-Qaeda, ISIS, etc. But then I said to myself, I think I'm not going to join them because those Americans, they will send their dog Charlie and he will kill me. So I decide to jump to different practice in Islam, which is breastfeeding for adult. This is more safe. There's no Marines involved. No Trump. You never know. You might find a Trump there too. You know? I mean, there's breastfeeding. Trump, he will go. Are you kidding me? You will find Trump, Pence, everybody there. Brother, what? Suckling, what? I mean, what's wrong with this religion? Have sex with your mother, with your daughter, with your niece, with your nephew, with your grandmother. And on top of that, we can suckle women even if we are adult. And those women are not our women. That's beautiful. And they say to you that Muhammad was not open-minded. My friend, Muhammad, he not only open-minded, he opened every bra. No person can enter upon Aisha unless he do suckle her sisters 10 different times. How beautiful. Why they don't practice this in the government offices? Thank you for showing us how rude someone is so religious. Can be humanity is not liked. Ebook series. Religion separates man from God. You stupid idiot. You just said religion. But you just said separate man from God. That means you have a religion, you donkey. Gives religion separate man from God. So you believe in God. But does that mean you have a religion? And your religion teach you that you should not be rude? That means be hypocrite. So now let me show you how stupid you are. You are saying you should not be rude, but you are being rude to me because you said to me you are rude. I mean, do you see how stupid you are? Are you married? Trust me, she will leave you immediately if she met me for 5 minutes. So you donkey, you are saying to me you should not be rude, and you are saying to me I'm rude? But isn't it rude of you to say to somebody you are rude? What those people eat? I thought you should not say to somebody rude stuff. What the heck? Those people, they have a special intelligence. Listen, don't be rude to people. You are not being godly. You are rude. But you just been rude to me. Potato. it's okay for you to be rude to me, but I cannot be rude to you. You are from the protected species. You must be from those dogs who they are rarely can be found in America now. The fluffy hair one? Potato. Do we have any Abdul? Abdul, please don't be rude to me. I mean, those people, they want to kill me. They send me death threat. No, and don't be rude. Like what? Like Joe Biden, he called those who support Trump what? Terrorist? What the heck? This is America now. If we vote for a guy you don't like him, they are terrorists. So all the 70 million, they vote for him, they are terrorists. Show us how you can spend being just get out of here. Go. Don't forget to take the noodles from your ass before you leave. It's so long. It's coming out and disgusting. Idiot. I bet you have 10 rings and seven chains in your nipples and your ear, and you know. I don't know how you can travel in the airport with those rings. Do we have any Muhammadan? Anyone here who don't like what we say, don't be stupid and donkey. Nobody force you. Did you pay tuition to get in? Should we refund you? Do you want to call customer service? I mean, who forcing you? If you don't like it, why you are here? Hey, let us make a vote here. Let us, we believe in democracy, right? Who of you like the way Christian Prince he speak? If you like how a Christian Prince he speak, give me one. Vote. I will show you if you are wrong or not. Just vote. If you like how a Christian Prince he talk, give me one, please. Oh, I take the word please back, because that they will think that I'm bribing you now. No, please, no, please. If you like what I say, the way I talk, give me one. Okay, oh, see? Look at this. Tsunami. Look at this. Can you believe it? And you are saying you don't like it? All right. Now, I will show you how I can double that number. Hey, people, the one who don't like the way I speak, give me one. Look, brother, the number is being doubled now, because the one who agree, like it, they gave me one, and the one they don't agree, they gave me one. And this is how Joe Biden, he won the election. See? Look at this. Unbelievable. The best election in the world. The one who like me, give me one. The one don't like me, give me one. I won either way. I have double vote. I am the winner. Joe Biden, brother, he is the best president in the world. He made your gas free. It's for free. Just go in the gas station. You pay nothing. Nothing. Because you have nothing left. See? Thank you. No, I did not say two. You guys are cheating. I said, if you don't like me, give me one. If you like me, give me one. Who's those giving me two? Those are like, they don't know, like, say, like, sorry, like, so. Oh, okay. Cheating. They are cheating. I did not ask for one, two. I said one. What's wrong with people? And look at this guy giving me 7. Weirdo. I'm telling you, this is the consequence of watching opera. Crazy people. Stop going to Walmart and like keep chewing. You will see somebody going to Walmart, cannot even walk, and he have a sandwich in his hand. Oh boy. Anyway, you like me? What I would do with that? Is that going to pay for my gas? Thank you for liking me. That's a horrible thing to say. Anyway, do we have any Muslim who don't like me when I call me? Huh? Can you give us version like Allah? My friend, I'm single. Should give myself a version first. Don't, hello? People are selfish. Give you versions. Shouldn't I have for me? I don't even have virgin oil. I'm out of it. I don't know how I will eat my hummus today. Do we have any Muhammadan? Here, my friends, we are Christians and we say things as it is. And if you are rude, that because you are being truthful. Never, never accommodate lies. If you do, you are not Christian. Don't listen to those puppies. Don't be politically correct. If you do so, you are no Christian. As simple as that. Yea, yea, no, nay. Anything else is from the devil. If they spoke to about any topic, never compromise. They say homosexuality, say it is sin. They say this and that, say it's sin. They say Muhammad is a prophet, say this is false. Don't and never compromise. Every day they will strip you, like, you know, striptease. Striptease. Every day you will compromise about something. And in a year or two, you will find yourself naked. And this is the whole purpose of this garbage. They claim that they have moral. They don't. They claim that they are the one who can tell you what is moral, what is not. Don't listen to them. And don't and never obey them. You obey your Lord only. And anything is out of the Bible have nothing to do with us, and we will never belong to it. You know, I find that those liberals is the same as somebody. He saw his wife, somebody touching her hand. He said, it's okay, it's just a hand. Second day, he saw another guy touching her shoulder. It's just a shoulder. Third day, he is touching her lips. Oh, it's just the lips, man. Fourth day, he is touching her bum. It's a bum. I mean, come on. What a big deal. Then after a week, he found that somebody in the top of his wife. Now, after compromising all those things, don't tell me you are going to be angry. Already long time ago, you are a pimp. Do we agree? Long time ago, already you are a pimp. It's not today. It's not the day your wife, she stepped with that guy. Your wife, she noticed that you are not a man. You see things happening, you don't even see it. You claim you don't see it. You remind me of the Abdul. He found his wife with a guy. He did not know what to do. He went to the Prophet. The Prophet says you have to bring 4 witnesses and they have to see the penis of the man going in and out. So the man, he saw the guy, the same guy before, touching his wife's ass. He could not talk about it because he have no fornication yet. He touched her private part from the front. Still, he cannot do anything. He saw him in the top of her, naked, both of them doing boom, boom. Still, there is nothing he can do. The Prophet said you have to bring 4 witnesses. Do you see what Muhammad can do to you? You compromise your honor. You lose it. The guy now, he have to go and ask the guy who is having boom boom with his wife, says, brother, please, can you wait until I bring 4 witnesses? The guy, he said to Muhammad, shall I ask him, please, he can wait so I can find for witnesses? The Prophet said, yes. So what are you waiting for? For witnesses? We don't compromise. Do we? When you compromise your faith, you compromise your honor. When you compromise your faith and your honor, you become a slave. I mean, even a slave may be more respected than you because you lose respect inside you. A slave, at least, he been forced to be a slave. You lose respect to yourself. But never with Jesus, my friend. With the Messiah, you will never lose respect to yourself. You will never lose your honor. And he said, don't fear those who destroy the flesh, but those who destroy your soul. Never fear destruction of the flesh, for that will not make you a loser. What will make you a loser is losing your soul, is become a pimp with no honor, with no integrity, is compromising your faith. Abdul was saying, how old was Rebecca? Abdul, do you dare to call me to talk about Rebecca? You know, Muslims, they come with a new idea. The Prophet is proven to be that he is a child molester. And he told them he can have sex with his mother and his daughter. So now we need to find, oh, when he married Rebecca, what about you, call me? If you are a man, and I will show you the refutation from your stupid Quran. Do you dare? Do you dare? I will let you read for me about Rebecca, and I will give you the answer from your book about Rebecca. Do you dare? But listen, remember, Muslims, you are talking to Christian prince. I'm not this and that. You cannot play with me. The laundry of your prophet, all of it is in my bathroom. The outside bathroom. Stinky. So how old is Rebecca according to your religion? Do you dare to call me? Then we will laugh. Guys, how old is Rebecca? I mean, Rebecca, she was watering, giving water for like 20 camels, and Abdul, he claimed that she is a 3-year-old girl. She is taking water from the well, and she gave water to all those camels, one after one. Even a man, he cannot do it, you idiot. 3-year-old girl, she was watering all the camel from the well of water. Do you know how much water every camel drink a day? Camel boy. We laugh at you. But in my case, I have the proof from your book, so you cannot deny it. Free Palestine. Yeah, we will free Palestine. We should have only Jewish and Christian there, because those terrorists who came to this land 1400 years ago, they don't belong there. Isn't it the stupid Quran says that this is the land assigned to the Jews instead of free Palestine? You see, the Muslims, the second we show them their stupid book, they spit at it. The Quran confirmed that this land is the land of the people of Moses. Chapter 5, verse number 21. Free Palestine, brother, free Palestine. So what are you, stupid God? Isn't it a destiny? Isn't it a destiny that this land is the land of the Jews? So why your stupid God don't free Palestine, or he want to freeze Palestine if he is the one who gave them Palestine? Are you mental, Abdul? Is that your book? Do you believe in the same God of the Jews? Will your Quran say so? Call me and I will show you the verses. Guys, look at those Abdul. Where I got those customers from? Abdul Hamawi. Do you believe in the same God of the Christians and the Jews? So why your Quran saying we believe in the same God? What if you call me and I show you from your Quran that the Quran says we believe in the same God? Huh? Is it your stupid Quran says that the Christian and the Jews will go to heaven? Is that because they don't believe in the same God or because they believe in the same God? Potato. So let's see how fast he changed the topic. They're like monkeys. First he mentioned Rebecca. Oh, Rebecca is not working because I got him busted and I have reference from his book too. So now we changed that. Do the Christian and the Jews will serve the same God? Huh? Just say hello to the 3 daughters of Allah, by the way, if you go there. Anyway, as you see, they are covered. They will never dare to call me. If I can come later at night tonight or tomorrow, we will see. I will. But I think, how many hours now here? 2 hours and 26 minutes is enough. Do we have enough, guys? Do we have enough? I hope so. So the destiny of Quran and Muhammad is stupid. No human being have little brain shall accept such an unjust. For if your God, he forced you to commit sin, and then he will punish you for sin you did not do, he forced you to do, that is a stupid God. If Allah, he made Adam commit sin. Not only that, let me finish with this, I did not finish it. Read this madness. Muhammad, he swears saying, by the one beside whom there is no true God, verily, one of you would perform the action of dwellers of Jannah, which mean heaven. And there is only 1 cubit distance between him and the Jannah, heaven again. When what is for or ordained, not foreordained, he's saying in that translation, would come to pass, and he would perform the action of inmate of hell, and he enter it. Where is justice? So a poor Abdul praying to Allah all his life, doing jihad, killing Christians, killing Jews, killing Hindus, hating everybody. And then he is almost on the door of the heaven. And then what is written by Allah will overcome. Do you see it? And then he will start doing the action as Allah decided for him. And he enter hell. Do you see it? Have you ever heard of a stupid God like this? So you spend your life praying to Allah, hoping that what you do will take you to heaven, fighting, doing jihad, effing your mother, your daughter, your neighbor, and then what is written by Allah will take over. And you start acting the action of people of hell, and you enter hell. Well, this is a hell of a religion. And then here it says, and one of you would perform the action of inmate of hell, until there's only 1 cubit between him and hell. Look, this guy, he do everything wrong. Everything wrong according to Islam, which means good, by the way, according to us. So he do everything wrong, and then he would perform the act of doors of Jannah, and he would enter it. Why? Because what Allah wrote for him will take over. How in the world anyone will believe in such a garbage? Huh? How anyone will risk his future with the garbage of Muhammad? Because as you see, it doesn't matter you believe or not. It doesn't matter you pray or not. It is what is written will overtake him, and he act with the action of the people of hellfire. Did we make it clear now that destiny is not about knowledge? Do you remember when the Muslim Abdul, he called me in the beginning, he tried to hide it and he says it's knowledge? Do you remember when we played for you Zakuran and Yuka and he said, Allah is knowledge? This is not knowledge. This is destiny. You pray, you don't pray, you are going to go to hell, Muslims. You have a destiny. And your God is evil. So who in the world want to follow such a garbage? You spend your life, you say Shahada, you convert to Islam, you cut your penis. If you leave Islam, we cut your head. And then you find out that all of this was for nothing. You might still go to hell. And not only that, Allah will force you to act wrongly. Which means He created a false excuse. He make you do wrong so He can judge you and send you to hell. He forced you to do wrong. Abdul Hambudi, you are talking about drinking wine. We drink wine, you drink the piss of Muhammad. Good luck with that. And by the way, Abdul, isn't it your stupid God? He promised you a river of wine in heaven. So how stupid Muhammad is, he forbid you from drinking wine in earth, and he allow you to drink camel urine and his piss and his shit, but then in the heaven you will do what we do, you will drink wine. Why you don't call me and tell me how the camel urine tastes and how useful it is? As I know, according to United Nations Health Department, there is tons of warning about the risk of camel milk and camel urine. Not to forget to mention that the Muslims, they drink and enjoy the blessed urine of the Prophet of Allah. Is that true? Look at this, look. Let me show you. I want to make a website, but you Muslims have to donate. Please don't forget the benefit of drinking the blessed urine of our holy prophet. And you are talking about drinking your wine? Yeah, what you will do when Jesus come back, you will tell him I was burning churches, killing those who loves you, raping children, having sex with 6 years old. I've been taught to lie to my wife and the lie she can lie to her husband. I've been taught I can drink piss and forbid wine. And isn't it Moses forbid you from even eating camel milk and camel meat, and yet you eat it? Focus with me. The benefit of drinking the blessed urine of our holy prophet. Hold on. I'm going just for you. A gift from me. Brother, I know people, they post link for donation. I don't want it. I'm going to post link for your prophet drinking his urine. Hold on. Here we go. This is the link. I will copy what you Muslims say. The benefit of drinking the holy prophet urine. And I will pin this message specifically service for Allah, for the sake of Allah, for free. You don't pay for this commercial break. Here we go. And now Bud Light, who support transgender, they can use it for their commercial because their beer is like a piss now. Nobody drink it. So look what happened, brother. Guys, look at this. This is beautiful. The benefit of drinking, look what happened. The benefit of drinking the blessed urine of our holy prophet. Who can beat that? Who is a Muslim there to have a big page in YouTube and he pinned this message in his chat? Do you dare? You don't. I am showing my support to Allah, peace. I mean, Allah Prophet peace upon him. Can you do the same? They don't worship Muhammad, but they worship his peace, his holy prophet, the blessed urine. Do you want to call me and tell me how Allah he blessed the urine? Did Allah pray on the urine of Muhammad? Muhammad, can you piss in the dish, please? Give me the why? Because I want to give it to Allah so he can pray on it. Oh, okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. The blessed urine of Prophet Ameen. Stay and you know, it's a blessed for you now. All you drink from it. It is the day of Halloween. This is God and this is his prophet. And you are talking about drinking wine. So according to you, drinking wine is yuck. And enjoying the blessed urine of the, not only the camel, the blessed urine of our holy prophet. Man, guys, you put water inside Muhammad's mouth, blessed urine come out. It's a river. It's a blessing machine. What about his poo-poo? Are you going to give an answer? According to the hadith, the poo-poo of the prophet was blessed too. In fact, the hadith says that the earth swallowed it. Anyway, I'm not going to stay here for longer because those Abdul, they will keep coming with ideas and that will be endless. Penis, like the prophet says. So, my friend, you can cry, but you cannot fly. You are still a goat. You cannot. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. And this is your brother Christian Prince was serving you humbly for today. And if you have a sheikh with big beard, small beard, without beard, he look weird, let him call me. So you can see why we laugh at Muhammad and his religion. God is good. So is Jesus. Amen to that. See ya.